car we use in our everyday life says a lot about who we are. Some people like how much their cars cost or how cool it looks. Some may even like how fast their vehicle goes when they drive it down the road. I can assure you though that most people do not consider what type of vehicle their car is when going to buy one. A recent article on March 25th, 2021 by Statista states that 90% of Americans own a gas-powered car. This is an overwhelming majority. I want to introduce you to another type of vehicle, a vehicle that is much better than the gas powered car in multiple ways. This vehicle is called the electric car. The electric car is a car that has an electric motor for its engine and is powered by recharge stations. The electric car benefits from the powered car in many ways, such as being more cost efficient, being more low maintenance, and just overall being better for the environment. These reasons alone are why you should consider switching over from the gas powered car to an electric car. The electric car is quickly sweeping over the motor powered industry for upcoming years. First, I'll explain to you the problem with gas powered cars. Then, I'll explain some potential solutions out of this for electric cars. Hopefully, by the end of the speech, you'll be convinced to switch over from gas powered cars to electric cars. Let's start off with some problems associated with gas-powered cars. Gas cars are extremely bad for the environment. A recent article from November 19, 2021 by EPA.gov states that 4.6 metric tons of CO2 released into the air each year. CO2 stands for carbon dioxide, and carbon dioxide is very bad for the environment. So over time, it states that 4.6 metric tons are being released into the air. This is very bad because the air we breathe is very valuable. And since so many people use gas powered cars, you can imagine how much carbon dioxide is into the air, like just right now or from the upcoming years that will come. Another article from February 13, 2020 by UCSUSA.org states that for every 1 gallon of gas used, over 24 pounds of CO2 is put into global warming. It states only 1 gallon of gas is used. You can imagine more people drive than just 1 gallon. So you can imagine all the people driving with however long they're driving. You can imagine how much carbon dioxide is produced into the air again. It just shows how much people don't really care about the environment with the cars that they use. They just want to get to from point A to point B as fast as they can. Another major problem with gas cars from the past month is the extreme raise in gas prices. This extreme raise in gas prices is almost pretty much record breaking and never seen before. An article from March 14, 2022 by the Washington Post states that gas prices are expected to top $5 per gallon. This reason alone is why some people are considering switching over to electric cars because they can't save as much money owning a gas powered vehicle because of these increased prices for just simply getting gas. And some people ask why gas prices are so high, and this article states it here from March 16, 2022 by pbs.org/news. It says that gas prices have increased in the last few months in part due to the Russian invasion of Ukraine. And because of this, oil supply is limited, so the prices have to increase due to gas being such a finite resource. Now that we've heard the main problems with gas cars, let's talk about some potential solutions. Many of these solutions include just simply switching over to an electric car. An electric car is much better for the environment, so that's one of the main reasons to switch over to one. An article from March 19, 2020 by the International Journal of Marketing Studies says that electric cars produce half of the half of the CO2 that gas powered cars emit into the air. This is a big benefit because it's half of the carbon that goes into the air. So you can imagine over time is much less than what's usually produced by gas powered cars, which overall is just better for the air in general. Another article from January 12, 2022 by CNBC states that electric cars emit 10 times fewer greenhouse gases than the typical gas powered car. What greenhouse gases are It are gases that emit radiant energy, which is pretty much like radioactive energy, which is again just very bad for the environment. And is another reason why you should not want to use gas powered cars, because electric cars just way more better for the environment overall, especially for the air. Another point I brought up earlier about the record breaking prices is that people want to switch over to electric cars because they don't have to pay as much to refill their vehicle. An article on September 3rd, 2021 states that while gas prices are $5 per gallon, electric car recharges are only $5 to $23 in total. This is a much more cost effective option than gas powered cars because electric cars use are way more energy efficient when they go to get recharged, and it's just overall much more cost efficient, especially right now. Many people think that recharge stations aren't as convenient for people all over the world, when in actuality that's false because recharge stations are especially becoming more popular than ever right now. On August 8, 2021, by the Seattle Times, over 136,400 gas stations in the US, there's 110,047 electric charge stations. This just shows how, for how many gas stations there are, there's actually more electric recharge stations than people think. An electric recharge station works like a phone charger. You just plug in the wire to the your electric car outlet and just plug it in, and it'll recharge. People who own gas cars should switch over to electric cars. The number of benefits for gas cars over gas cars is enormously big, and consumers are starting to see the rise in Teslas owned by people all over the world in America. They ask themselves the questions about why people are buying these vehicles and just why this may be. Uh, this is a step in the right direction and will let people discover the beauty of the electric car over time. An article from November 30th, 2021 by CNBC explains how more than half of US car sales will be electric by 2030. This is a big prediction from the normal because this should be a wake up call to Americans when purchasing a vehicle that the electric car is just coming in the future, and it just will take over the motor industry as we know it pretty much.